Hi, everyone. Messages for Lightworkers, episode 119, with my beautiful co-host, Marina, Heart-Centered Tarot. I'm so excited to be here for this particular topic today. So you'll find out what that is.
In a minute, be patient.
In a minute.
Patient.
So we're going to do some housekeeping, a little bit of housekeeping. We're going to go to Marina and ask Marina, what do you have going on your channel? What do you want people to know?
Well, later on today, I'm going to be, I'll be hosting the Golden Girls Coffee Clutch with Sherry and Cleo the Seer. So be sure to join us for that. It's always fun. It's, we get into political discussions and oh boy, do we have lots to talk about.
Oh, there's a lot of grist for the mill.
Oh, please. Yeah. And then tomorrow at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I'll be a guest on Sylvia's Colorful Foresight channel.
Ooh.
So looking forward to that. Looking forward to whatever she's got planned. I think it is going to be it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then of course there's always, if anyone's interested in booking a private reading, go to my website. It's marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. You can check out and see the different readings that I do, whether it's half an hour, an hour. You can have tarot, you can have mediumship, you can have a combination. It's kind of a, little bit of a what would you call it? A buffet. I'll take one from here, one. Yeah. And then also check out the classes. I'm really, really highlighting the classes and letting people know that they are there. That it is learning.
They're foundational. You really need these classes to see where you're at and to progress past that kind of stuff. Stuff we got to dissolve. So Marina's classes do that for you.
Yes.
Like crazy. I've just heard amazing things about it. So you definitely, absolutely.
Yeah, and they're meant to be like that. They're meant, particularly now, as we're looking in different directions, and we've got all kinds of energies trying to pull our attention away from either ourselves or what we're doing, what we're thinking. Now is the time that you want to get closer to knowing who you are and what your goal is and what it is you're trying to achieve, so that the noise, the cacophony of stuff that is going on around you, you can honestly say, no, not going to participate.
And it's a little bit of like adult attention deficit disorder. We were talking backstage about we're going about our day getting a little busy, and then we hear, oh, I've got to do, oh, you need to, blah, blah. Oh, and this thought comes over here and you got to go do that. So you leave 7 things undone. You were supposed to sit down and meditate. Then your ego mind comes in with, oh, you should sit down and write that email, or, oh no, you got to start that stew, or you got to get up and do something. So it is that quieting down of that. That scattered stuff that takes you out of that alignment with what you're really trying to sit down and do.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so those classes, Marina's classes, can help you get into that calm space, connecting in to that soul energy where you are really connecting with your divine consciousness and not the ego. So
totally. And a couple of the classes are only a couple hours long, so not asking for a big time investment. And the one that is the Achieving Union, which is a 30-day course, but that's a self-directed course. So you participate in it in a timeline that works for you, not for me. right?
Yes.
So every day you get a short 5, maybe 10-minute video that explains, what the video is about that day, and then I give you some practical exercises that you can work on to kind of achieve what it is that we're trying to achieve at the end of the 30 days, which is union with the soul, so that you're better able to tell when the soul or spirit is talking to you versus outside noise.
And it keeps you on track because you have these steps every day or when you can get to it, and you do something every day. That is a change in your life when you do something for 30 days like that.
Yes.
You shift yourself and never go back to that old way of thinking. That's a new you at the end.
Yes.
That connected to
totally. It takes 21 days to change a habit.
There you go.
Repetitive work for 21 days, and it shifts the energy, it shifts the patterns and whatnot. So yeah, that's what I've got happening on my channel over the next couple days. Next month on the 26th, we'll have the 6th Shine Your Light event. Just check out the posts tab on my YouTube channel, and you'll get a better sense of where I am, who I'm doing shows with, what time I'm appearing. It's my schedule.
And I hear that you had a show. Who was it with? And it was a 2-hour, and it ended up being a 2-hour show. I want to tell everybody to go watch this. Marina, what show was that?
Yes. I was a guest on Ramon's channel, Moon Scarab.
Moon Scarab.
Yes, and it was fabulous. He is a great interviewer, and so he had some questions for me, and it was basically learning more about me and who I am and whatnot. So and I was telling Val, I know that after the show was over, and it was like 1 hour 57 minutes, and it
because you were just channeling it. No doubt about that. So you guys, I know I'm going to run and watch it as soon as I get done with my later today with all my other shows. But I have to say, I want to learn more about Marina.
Yes. It was fabulous. It was fabulous. So we're just trying to gear up the next time that I'll have him on my channel, and maybe we'll do some readings. But it was
That's great. So everybody, Ramon's Moon Scarab, go to that channel, and you are going to see that great interview. So, I mean, I'm going to go to it quickly.
Yes.
I mean, that's going to be exciting. So, thank you, Marina. I love that. And don't forget to book a session, book a reading with Marina. You will not be sorry. It is absolutely fabulous. I've had one, and believe me, you will get detailed information that will go for quite a while into the year. Things are unfolding that match everything you've told me. So just so you know, give yourself that treat. And I want to say hi to Kathy Beer, Carl, Gray, Annie, Emily, Lois, Sunflower, Down Under, Anna Mary, Jana, Millie, I might say things twice, Arlene, Mr. Floyd's Universe. Thank you all for being here. And we really appreciate it because we know you could be anywhere. So thank you for being with us, those who watch now and in the future. So,
and what have you got happening on your channel, Val? Because,
well, I'm I don't have a ton of things coming up till I have a members meeting, Loiken members meeting after this. And then actually I have channeling class that is the second channeling class on Sunday. But next week, you know, I really have just the standard things that we do, which is Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, Messages for Lightworkers. And I'm really doing a push to try and get my book done. So that's one thing I'm working on. But, you know, it's funny how now I'm just getting downloads of things I should be highlighting in the book.
Yes.
And so they're really flowing things to me as I'm walking around doing other things. And I'm going, oh, okay. So I'm really getting ready to crunch it all the way out.
That's when you need one of those little handheld recorders.
That's when you need one of those.
Around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this. Oh,
because
that.
You're walking around, you don't have anything to write with, or whatever.
Yes.
That would be absolutely great. Totally. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yes. And as we're talking about, book yourself a reading with me, but also check out Val's Akashic record readings, because that is that kind of delves a little deeper into sometimes why you do the things you do. Why do you attract consistently a particular kind of person that comes in your life? And you say, no, I don't want that anymore.
That's true.
And yet they keep coming in.
But like I said, though, Marina, you're achieving unity, and the one you have about the mind changing your, these are really beautiful foundational classes that help you, so that when you get to the Akashic record reading, you're so into it, understanding yourself better, and having identified things within you in a much broader way, so that you can get the most out of those readings, because you're really cleared up in your head about those things. Your mind and your heart are starting to be cohesive, and it helps you a lot to know where you're at and what you need to work on and what you would like to release beyond that. So, yeah.
Totally.
So anyway, all those things work beautifully well together, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, Marina, what did you get for today's Messages for Lightworkers?
Well, I started off, actually, I didn't specifically get a message. Usually, I'll, as I'm trying to get organized and just before the show, I'll kind of get a clear message. Well, today, I've been dealing with a headache. The weather here is all over the place. It's doing weird and wonderful things. So just before the show, I was actually laying down and watching a TV show just to try to get myself kind of feeling better. Now, I will tell you guys that anytime that if I'm not feeling 100%, and I know that there's a show coming up, I feel so much better after the show, because I pick up on everybody else's energy. And when the energy is good, things go away.
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely does.
So I was thinking, but okay, well, I don't really have a message. Well, I was called to pull a couple cards from the Modern Life deck, the Modern Life Oracle. And I thought, all right, well, let's see what comes up. First card that I got out was Netflix and chill. And you notice she's just reclining back. She's watching the movie. She's watching something on Netflix. Not too interested in doing much more than just enjoying that moment. Then I got inbox. What does that say? Inbox Zero Hero.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. You know what? There are things that maybe they're in my inbox. It doesn't mean that I have to get to it right now. It'll be there.
It's be there.
Not gonna go anywhere. It'll be there. I don't have to push myself.
Nope.
And then the last one was, this is Trend Chaser. And I looked at that picture and I thought, oh my goodness, she looks like how I feel. Just kind of
Exactly. All
scattered.
those, and all those things really lead into
Yes,
my topic beautifully. It
yes,
really
absolutely.
does. The chaotic mind, all these things
Yes,
going on. Wait a minute, take a chill pill,
yes,
because it really ties together beautifully.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, and this just sort of told me to um, take time for self-reflection, take time to relax. Whatever needs to be done is going to need to be done when I get to it. There is no expiration on it, and just kind of take it easy. Right? Take it easy. Do a little bit of self-care. Uh, yeah, and I'm sorry, I just noticed stars. We don't do readings from the chat. Not on this show. This is messages for light workers.
We give you
So
messages
yes,
that
yeah,
from our guides and
yes,
angels
yeah,
for the group. Yeah.
yeah. I
No.
just didn't want you to think that we
You
were
don't want to sit
ignoring
there and
you.
think we're
Yeah,
ignoring you or anything. Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Yeah. So
So
that was sort of what I
I
got
love that.
from my guides was
I love it. It's for
relax.
all of us. This is the
Yes,
message, because really my message just dovetails into that. And my message that I got is clarity. And
yes,
then I heard, it's where your own thoughts and feelings, not your ego mind that takes you like ADD to here to there to everywhere. When you were going to sit down to meditate, suddenly, I've got to write that email. I've got to
yes,
do this right when you're sitting down. So it really, know your own thoughts and feelings and what you are excited about. But really, the upgrade to that is clarity is where your consciousness. It is your consciousness. Your consciousness knows what it wants to create in the now moment. That is when you've gotten done with all that things outside yourself, the little 3D, do
yes.
this, do that, do the email, whatever it is. You are just your consciousness projecting out there. So in that calm space where you stop and you just chill out, like Marina mentioned, this is where you start to gain clarity, because you slow it all down. You take your energy back in and not put it out there and there and there and there and there to all these future tasks that you think you need to do now. You pull it all back into this now moment, and you're in your consciousness. And that consciousness is telling you that you are an ever unfolding rose. And so it's cracking you open. It's happening for you, not to you. So know that you are in the driver's seat, your consciousness. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. This is what this timing in the history of Earth and humanity is for. This is for us to accept our own divinity while on Earth, to move from that beautiful source light while we are here in the body. Align your life. This is what, like laying down and chilling out. What is not aligned or needs to change? Align your life. Well, how do you do that? You take that big giant chill pill we talked about,
Yes.
and you just slow it down and stop doing, going to do those things. Can wait. Those things can wait for you. They'll be there. They'll be there. So
Yeah.
finally, trust your path. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Well, your consciousness is supporting you. So what are you going to do? Go in and let your consciousness create the next now moment that you want to do. Don't let your ego mind be your partner, not your adversary in this. We aren't trying to kill the ego mind. We do need our mind, and we want to have heart-mind coherence. And that looks beautiful and clear while you pull yourself into that still space, so you can look at life with clarity. So clarity begins with presence, being present in the now moment. The more fully you are in the now, the less you are influenced by the mental noise from the past or future. Like those emails you haven't stepped into. So practice conscious breath. Let each inhale be a call to your essence, and each exhale release of anything that is not you. And you can say an affirmation: I choose to be here now with all of me. Because you're not letting go of your shadow side. You're not letting go of your ego mind. You're including all of you. And you're letting your consciousness run the show. So also discerning that inner voice. Your consciousness speaks softly, not with fear or urgency, but with calm knowing. Distinguishing it from ego or emotional reaction takes trust and discernment. So trust in yourself and what you're hearing. So tuning into the frequency of a message. Does it feel expansive, peaceful, and aligned? When you get a thought and you're getting it, and you're going to just throw it away because it's so soft, but that's your guides calling to you, talking to you. It's not just you having a random thought. Discerning that is very big for everything you're going to bring in. You can also learn that from Marina's classes. Also, tuning into that. Okay, and then inwardly ask, is this voice rooted in love or fear?
Yes.
The truth of your voice, of your consciousness, never pressures, it invites. It never pressures, it invites. Yes. So when you hear that soft voice, and the ego mind's a lot louder.
Yes, ego screams. Spirit and your higher self, they whisper.
And that's why sometimes you need to get in a meditative or quiet state to really tune in, because kind of quiet down the noise of what's going on.
Yep.
Because it's soft.
Yes. So, and it is always loving. Where ego is loud and it
tries to belittle you in some way, manner, shape, or form. You're not doing enough, or you're whatever.
Yeah.
So you feel less than after that conversation. But you should always feel beautifully guided by your guides and angels. Yes. So clearing static, that mental, emotional, energetic noise. Clarity gets clouded when unprocessed emotions, thoughts, or collective noise are present. That's just what we've been talking about. Yeah. So what are the tools to clear those things? You could do meditation, like we just talked about. Energy clearing, just sit down and clear your chakras. Do a 10 or 20 minute, go Google it on YouTube. Clearing your chakras, you can do that. Work with crystals, like selenite, clear quartz, or labradorite. You can do anything that you want that calls to you. And call on your higher self to act as a filter, allowing only the purest resonance of your consciousness to flow through. Those are your choices, your ability to choose what you want to bring in. So there are 3 more points, and that is the inner union of the heart and mind coherence. True creative power arises when the heart, intuition, and mind, vision and logic, are aligned. So you drop awareness into your heart space before asking for guidance or choosing what you want. You can use heart math method, and heart, M-A-T-H. You can find it on YouTube. They have a channel, and learn how to do that. Simply breathing in and out through your heart. And I breathe in light, and I send out white light as I'm inhaling, exhaling. It is amazing while you focus on something that you love. This is part of the way of doing it, and expands you so much. It's ridiculously easy and great. I do it every day. Energetic sovereignty. Being sovereign means you're fully in your own energy, not entangled with others' expectations, frequencies, or thought forms. And we kind of talked about that on Sisters of the Mystical Tarot yesterday. It's funny how these things all weave together.
I know.
And it's like a long story.
Yeah.
So practicing energetic boundary work, this is, nobody can encroach on who you are or what you're doing unless you allow them. So get yourself all squared away, cut the cords, call your energy back to yourself daily. And I always say, I send all energy, I release all energy that is not mine from whence it came, and I pull my own energy back into my energy center, energy field, and cut all cords that are no longer needed. So this is something you can do. You can claim, I choose to operate from my sovereign divine consciousness. All else will fall away. And sixth, the last item is create from inspiration, not obligation. When you are aligned, creation feels like a natural extension of your being, not something you would have to force. Ask yourself, does this idea light me up? Does it reflect who I am right now? And the mantra for this would be, I create from my own divine essence, and it is more than enough. So do you want to add anything to that, Marina?
The only thing that I would say is, yes, have selenite on hand. I have it in several places in my house. And if I feel that I need some grounding, or I need to release something, it's always there. I can just grab it and do whatever I have to. The other thing is black obsidian. And thank you, Alice, Heart and Soul Connected, for sharing this with us. Yeah, this is obsidian, which is great for cutting cords. So when you're done something, I tend to put mine into a little ball, and then check it as far as I can into the depths of the universe. And when it gets there, then I go pew, 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 and I just explode it. This works just as well. I don't have to travel quite so far, right? When I release it from my body, I can do one of these, and all the cords are cut. So if you're having some challenges, try some of these things. There are stores, esoteric stores all over the place. So, maybe go in there and take a look and ask, I'm looking for a crystal that is going to help me with abundance.
Yeah, absolutely.
They will share them with you. I'm looking for a crystal or a rock, stone, whatever, that's going to help me to feel more grounded, or to help me during meditation. And they will.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. You absolutely, when you ask, you shall receive. There is no doubt. So I just have, I have a short, very brief meditation activation to really put us in connection with our clarity.
Yes.
So really anchoring that clarity in, so we can understand. We don't have to understand. It's just going to be there. Let's do this. So I want you to take the 3 breaths.
Yes.
Take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top for a few beats and exhale through your mouth. And again, take a deep breath in, holding it at the top, and then exhaling through your mouth. And one last deep breath in. Hold it at the top and exhale. Okay, now imagine a pillar of light descending over you, your sacred space, sealed and safe. I am rooted in this moment. Imagine golden roots extending from the base of your spine or your feet deep into the earth. Feel the support of Gaia rising up to meet you, calm, steady, loving. Say silently, I ground into the present moment. I welcome the clarity of my soul. Bring your awareness to your heart. Let only my voice guide me now. Imagine a soft light glowing there, expanding with each breath. I now tune into the pure frequency of my consciousness, my true voice and knowing. Consciousness, what would you have me know now? Wait, breathe, feel, let images and sensations, words arise without judgment. And I discern the truth from the noise. Imagine a filter of shimmering light, like a tuning fork or prism over your crown. Only the wisdom of my own being flows through me now. All else dissolves. Sitting in this frequency, you may feel lighter, clearer, or more focused. I carry my clarity into all I do. Now bringing your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Imagine that soft light from your heart expanding outward into your day. I am clarity. I am presence. I create my soul in the now, from my soul in the now moment. Open your eyes gently, and when you feel ready, you can join us again. So, there is the clarity that we are calling for. Basically, let's just say it. Let's say it this way. Everything that you want, everything you want to bring in, simply ask for it. Put yourself in that state of awareness. Ask for it to come stated as so. Bring it in. Make it happen. This is the power you have. You have the power in this now moment to call it forth, invoke it, initiate it, activate it, and take it on.
Absolutely.
Yay.
Absolutely. And you know what? I just spotted the comment from Jules Niner at 429.
Oh, yeah.
And that really does work. If you, especially if you close your eyes, that way you're not focusing on any one thing and just let the body move. It will always take you in the right direction. Right?
It always will. It always will. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Julie. And the thing about all of this is we don't know how much power we have. We don't know. If you know who you are, you're not going to ask, why don't I this? Why don't I that? You're going to say, I claim now, I bring forth my this, my that, my clarity, my prosperity, my abundance of the universe. I allow flow through me now. If I say, I don't connect to my guides and I now connect and open the channel to my guides and angels and feel it in your heart and soul. Mean it. I bring that energy in now. I anchor it into the earth and into every cell of my body. I open to receive all communications with grace and ease. It is simply you standing in your power, opening up to receive every single thing. So when you say, oh, I wish I had, get to getting on the calling it forth. Because
yeah. And if you say, I wish I had, what the universe hears is she wants to continue wishing.
Yes, exactly.
On the new car, she wants to continue wishing.
Tell the universe thank you for it. I now receive it. I now initiate it. I am now embody. I embody the light. I embody the I am that I am, all that is. It is the affirmative of everything.
So, and it truly does work. And I know we're preaching to the choir. I know, but there could be someone who's watching. Yeah.
We forget. We go along and then we go, oh, I wish and then your ego mind's going, oh, I wish I had an updated bathroom or whatever. Who knows?
Yes. Yeah.
That would be me talking. But magically I'm having my bathroom remodeled, just so you know there is action. When you say, this is what you want, it comes.
Yes.
It does come. It happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need reminders because, we don't seem to stay completely present 1,000,000% of the time. And maybe 1 second or 2 seconds we go off and then the ego mind's going, la, 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 la.
Yeah. Yeah. Tuning in. Oh, look. We can put something at her. Yeah, it's that faith that, and I'm sure most people have run across those people who have a very strong religious faith.
Yeah.
They absolutely believe what they believe, and you cannot shake their resolve.
Yeah,
because their faith is so deeply rooted. And that is what you want for yourself. You want to have that deep rooted faith that is absolutely unshakable.
You have the power of divine source inside of you. You are that light. And what you proclaim, what you bring forward, the universe will flow to you. It is scientific. It isn't even, but when you know it within every fiber of your being that you are a creator God in training in this vehicle, yes, you proclaim it and it happens. But believe it like in every cell of your body. Yes. Yeah.
And it, I can tell you that it does require a little bit of practice, but once you do it, once you receive the confirmations, then it becomes so much easier and your faith becomes so much stronger. Okay.
Yeah.
In that, initially what we tie a lot of the things that we want to manifest with is we do, without realizing it, we tie it into the ego. I'm going to be short this month to meet my financial obligations. So I'm going to ask the universe to provide enough for me so that I can meet all my financial obligations at the end of the month. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's you putting your order in. Mm-hmm. And then when you first start, the mind goes, yeah, but where's the money going to come from?
Exactly.
Like, you've got nobody owes you money. And then you start going down those little rabbit paths.
When the universe will take that and flow it to you, your ego mind, like Marina is saying, your ego mind goes to those roadblocks. Yes. And it's none of that is true. It's just the illusion we present ourselves so that we can truly know we're divine source energy and have no barrier. The universe just is abundant. So that's like saying you are all abundant. We are the multiverse. We are all that is. So abundance is our birthright. It's who we are.
Yes.
But that mind will come in, just like Marina is saying. The mind will start to.
Yeah, that the ego who feels like, they might be losing a little bit of control about, that's where do you think that money's going to come from? Where do you think that ride is going to come from? Where do you think this? I don't have to think. And you
You
guys have
don't.
heard me say it before, that dealing with the universe is like
Yeah.
going out to a restaurant. Okay.
Yes.
You find a nice place, a good restaurant, you've had great reviews, you sit down at a wonderful table, you observe all the things around you, you look at the menu, and you decide what it is that you want to have. The waiter comes by, the waiter takes your order, and you tell them what you want and how you would like it prepared and what side dishes you want. And then you sit back
and wait until it comes.
Yes.
Come.
Yes.
It's
You
coming.
do not follow the waiter into the
Yeah.
kitchen to make sure that he gives the cook the order. You don't stand over the cook while they're making. No, because you live in the faith. I have given my order to the waiter. All I have to do now is just sit back and wait in anticipation of this great meal that is going to come before me. And it does.
And it does. I love that. I love that description because it's really true. And I love this. Jules is saying at night, I thank Archangel Chamuel for helping with a roof over our heads and food on our plates, clothes on our back, and money in our pockets.
Yes.
Yeah. Being grateful, gratitude is absolutely, whoops, I got to start putting things up there. Gratitude is, I got a trigger finger. Gratitude is a huge, the belief in the gratitude for whoever you're asking, whoever you're thanking, thank the universe, thank, an archangel, whoever it is that you're still opening to the universe, receiving from the universe by doing that. So it's exactly right. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and Pamela Anderson saying that's a great analogy. I love that story, ordering in the restaurant story, because you can really understand it hearing that story. Oh yeah, and now I got to just patiently wait. Don't have your expectations out there on timing. The food is going to come when the food comes.
Yes.
So
I'm going to enjoy the company while we're waiting.
Yeah,
we're going to have a great conversation. We're going to sip a nice bottle of wine. It's going to be fabulous.
Yes, and gratitude is a real key to all of this, because gratitude says to the universe, "Oh, she wants more. Oh, she likes this. She wants more." And so always go in the affirmative, because it doesn't matter what you're talking, saying, doing. That's why we say it's important to be in this now moment, creating from a absolutely life is wonderful standpoint, because this is what you're telling the universe you want more of.
Yes.
Even if you were like scraping by and now you want to shift everything. What are the wonderful, that sun shining down is so beautiful on my face. Oh, look at the grass. Oh, I'm so thankful I have these, a roof over my head and I have food to eat, blah, blah, blah. Whatever little things. Oh, this brush is I'm thankful to have my brush, my toothbrush, whatever little thing, however many little things you can say you're thankful for. When you pick up a pen, oh, I'm so thankful I have a pen and a paper to write on. It can be that small to keep getting you going, building that energy, building it up to the universe going, oh, she loves all that.
Yes,
she send her more. Yes. So, yeah.
Exactly. And that's, the universe will always, always, always want to show you that you are the best manifester around. And it does that by following, it pays attention to your thoughts. Where do you put your intention? What is it that you're focusing on?
Imagine that you are consciousness. You are all that is. So essentially, we are one consciousness. Imagine the multiverse being this one massive consciousness, and we are just tiny sparks of that consciousness individuated out to do different fun things like we're experiencing here in Earth School. So what you are, you're still the universe, you're still, so whatever it is that you are bringing in, do it consciously, do it with grace, do it with ease, call it forward, and be thankful. Those are
Absolutely.
Feel it intensely and be thankful.
Exactly.
Those are pretty much the ordering rules.
Yeah.
Order the dish you love.
Yes.
And order dessert.
Totally.
I mean, if you're gonna, might as well order dessert too.
Yeah,
So,
why not? And yet, Joel says, and pay attention to signs.
Yes.
Sometimes
the
signs
Jules is on a run here. Pay attention to signs because that's what yes, absolutely. Those are your signposts. That's your guidance system. And I started to keep a journal just the other day. I just started it because I had so many synchronicities taking me down rabbit holes that I go, oh my God, look at all these things line up about this one thing and then another and another. And I was just blown away when you really start writing down the synchronicities and then things start showing up in your life related to those and more and more. And you just keep adding to your list of on different topics. But I find that fascinating. And the more you write that down and keep a synchronicity journal, the more synchronicities are going to come. So try that. I thank you for that, Jules. That was really great. So and it's fun. It is. It's fun to get those synchronicities and really enjoy that. Kind of, it's like a treasure hunt. And they said this, and then all of a sudden that thing will come up in your feed in YouTube, or it'll come somewhere else. You'll see it, and all of a sudden more, and then people will start talking about it, and you'll be there hearing it, and you're going, "What?"
Yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
I'm going to use this example. I was in meditation in Sekhmet, the goddess Sekhmet, Egyptian goddess of healing and war, was there standing in the pyramid with me, and I was getting like initiated, and she took my hands, and I go, I've never thought of Sekhmet. I've never talked to Sekhmet, and she had my hands, and she was talking to me. Then all of a sudden, she comes up everywhere. I do a show, and the person, Sekhmet's her big goddess, and I find out Sekhmet is also Hathor, which I already, these are down the rabbit hole we go kind of things. And all of a sudden, I hear one of my friends, they talk to Sekhmet all the time, and I'm like, what?
Yes.
All these synchronicities that you open up to, and it just
totally. They've always been there. You just tend to now that you recognize it, you just see it everywhere.
You see it everywhere. You see that thing everywhere, whatever it is.
Totally. Yeah. You get engaged, and all of a sudden, every woman out there is sporting an engagement ring that you have to check out.
Right? It is true, right? Because what is in your consciousness is what shows up in your mirror, and your, the holographic universe. Your mirror are the people around you showing you things, and what are they going to show you? All the engagement rings, all the people who are engaged.
Yeah, you're pregnant. Everybody's pregnant.
If you're pregnant, everybody shows up. Everybody's pregnant. You can't get away from it. It is the way consciousness works. Whatever is there reflecting, you are projecting it out there, because that is your experience right now. So you're having it on the screen in front of you. That's why you want to project onto the screen the things you would love to have in your life, what you want to bring forward, and in the affirmative that you already have it, and you're thanking the universe for it, and proclaim it, anchor it in, activate it, whatever it is that are those power words for you that make it real inside of you. Anchor it into the earth, anchor it into every cell of your body, and it makes it real. It is real. You are real. Everything you think, do, and say. So believe in yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Have that faith. And I was saying earlier in one of the shows that we did earlier in the week that Tuesday was my son's birthday. And we don't celebrate birthdays during the week because, I mean, he's working and I'm busy. So usually we'll try to do it on a weekend. And so on Sunday, we went out for a meal. And when we got to the place that we were going to, the parking lot was rather full. And so he was going to go, and we had my car. So he was driving and he was going to go one way. And I said, no, turn here. There's a spot right by the door. I didn't see the spot right by the door. I just said, there's a spot right by the door. And so he looked at me and he starts going slowly. Sure enough, 4 stalls in from the door, there was a parking spot. See? There you go.
And that is instant manifestation, folks.
Instant manifestation.
Proclaim it and so shall it be.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
I mean, that is just amazing. That is amazing. I love that story. That is awesome.
And you know, every time it happens, it's that little uplift and like, hey,
yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? I mean, because you are a collaborator, a co-creator in your universe. So
yes,
you know, I mean, so here you are. This is just showing again how powerful we are.
Yeah.
If we believe in ourselves and that with no doubt is flowing out of our mouth and just without putting any, it's just, it flows and it happens.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, oh my gosh.
Heavenly Blessed Honey, that is wonderful. She said, yeah, she's been looking to get into a new place. So her friend tells me she knows a lot of landlords here. And she said, don't worry about moving because you'll have plenty of help. How fabulous.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Absolutely.
That is beautiful. Beautiful, Sonia. Thanks for sharing that. I have to say, there are so many stories like this that we could tell. And I'm sure you in the chat can as well. But it really bears repeating every so often to remember, oh my gosh, we can just say it. Say it and it is so.
Yes.
So there you are.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to have that little reminder every once in a while.
It is.
Yeah, we do. We do sometimes tend to even take it for granted that, sometimes this is going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to rev up that engine again and realize, you're that Ferrari that can go down the Autobahn 150, 200 miles an hour. So, sometimes you need to get the Ferrari out of the garage and take it out on the Autobahn and press the gas down because you got all these abilities and all of this, I don't want to call it power, because it's just who you are to create what you want to create.
Potential. How about potential?
Potential. You have all this potential. I like that, Marina. You have all this potential to use. So take it out for a spin. Press the gas down. And I think with that, I have to say, I've enjoyed this show a lot, Marina.
Absolutely.
And everyone in the chat, thank you for your beautiful information that you're sharing with each other and sharing with us here. It certainly makes everything beautiful and flowing in conversation about everything we're talking about. And that's what we're here for all of you. And
always.
Always. And we really enjoy getting together with you every week. And next week, it's going to be on Marina's Heart-Centered Tarot for 120, episode 120.
Episode 120. And we're going to have a special guest.
Ooh.
Yes, we are going to have Michelle Marie of Astrological Tarot is going to be our guest.
Wow.
She's going to join us in the Lightworker conversation. So I think that is going to be a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. And I hope you all tune in for that one, because Michelle Marie is amazing.
Yes.
Her information and the things that she channels in are just knock your socks off. So, I mean, she has so much wisdom and knowledge. I mean, it's like an encyclopedia. You don't even know where she pulls it out of.
I know. She kind of reminds me of Sharon's site. You know, when Sharon shows up in a room, it's
like she's the whole universe shifts and it's all done.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So they have special powers. So we'll
special powers.
Yeah. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to our channels. It really helps with the algorithms, and it gets us out in front of people who want to hear the messages that we're sharing. Mm-hmm. And check out our YouTube pages, check out the posts, and find out what we're up to next.
Absolutely. So we really are so thankful to all of you. And with that, we will end this show. Bye, everyone. See you next week. We love you. Mwah. See you later. Bye-bye.